Hello everyone, welcome back to Murder by Witchcraft. We're going to continue where we left off, where Jennet is sat having a rail, waiting to be told what's happened to the rest of them. Bear in mind, this is fiction based on true events. It's kind of like putting yourself in her shoes and what she went through at the time. They're all at Lancaster Castle. All of them. Even little uns. Most of them. Half a dozen fled. But then we know best are at Lancaster. Although I heard little Jennet Device is still at Reed Hall. And maybe James too. None know for sure. But they've done nought. None of them did nought. That's not what they say, love. There's talk of a black Sabbaths, naming of spirits and the use of clay pictures and teeth robbed from graves to curse folk. What? I couldn't believe my ears. We talked about the fort already in Lancaster Castle. Alison Device, her grandmother Demdike, Chattocks and Anne Redfern. That's all. Their families and friends wanted to know how things were for me and what I said at trial to be released. There's also talk of feasting and slaughtering a lamb on Good Friday. I didn't speak for a moment. We did not. Well, actually, no. We did have meat, aye. But we had mutton, not lamb. Although there were plenty of ale too. We were celebrating my freedom and toasting them. Still held. But Good Friday, Jennet. We never thought out about it. Too busy worrying about their kin. So nobody suggested killing Lancaster's Gowler and blowing up a castle. I stared at him. Father Greaves had mentioned something like that. I'd thought, nay, no, I wouldn't think about it no more. But how had William heard? Same tales. Please tell me you never asked for help to curse Thomas Lister and his uncle. I said nought. Jennet, his brow creased into a frown. Only in jest. None of them took me serious. It seems young James and Jennet Device did, and happy to tell Noel and Bannister all about it and all. Oh, Jennet, what have you done? Nought. I've done nought. I had a feast of meat and ale 3 days after getting home from this damn gaol and making light of what happened. We all laugh at danger and worries. 'Tis only the way to find strength to meet 'em at times. Tell me I'm wrong. William said nought, but stared at me, his frown growing fiercer. Oh, William, I fell against him once more. Is he going to win? Will Lister get his way after all? William tightened his arms around me. Not if I can help it, love. Why does he hate me so much? I've done nought but serve him, and his mam and father are for him, and I kept my mouth shut and all. There's plenty I could have said about his father, but I didn't. You know I didn't. I do, love. And he hates you as he cannot think ill of his father. If he can't think ill of his father, then he'll hear his father's dying words as an accusation, not a confession. And now he has Noel and Bannister stirring his hatred yet further. I jumped as the door slammed open. 5 minutes more, William said, pushing me aside and rising to stand before the gaoler. I spotted the glint of coin changing hands, and the man turned about and left us. You cannot be throwing coin away like that, William. We have little enough as it is. And don't fret, love. Whole of Gisborne came together and found enough coin for this, and to buy your bed for a senate. We'll do what we need to when we need more. Nay, William, it's 2pence a night for a bed. Keep the money. Raise as much as you can. If what you say about Roger Nowell and Nicholas Bannister joining Lister is true, we may have more urgent need of it than for the rent of a stinking lice-ridden bed. We'll be right, love. If fortune favours us, you'll be before Sir Bromley again, and not t'other one. Which other one? William dropped his gaze, and my blood chilled. Sir James Altham. But he's Bannister's man. Altham won't go against Bannister, not that toad. William had no words. My own slipped away. I leaned against him, savouring the feel of his renewed and quiet embrace while I could. The silence were again broken by the slamming of the door. While William made further protest, I gathered the remaining food from the boards and thrust it into a sack. There were enough for all my acquaintances, even Father Greaves. I needed all the friends I could find, and I'd likely have need of a priest before long and all. That's the end of part 3. So as you can see, as we go into the story, you may now understand why Jennet Preston herself, was put in gaol twice. She was mixed up in the Pendle witch trials, but it was a mix-up. She wasn't a witch. And she said things, but in lightheartedness, not meaning to, have it come back on her like this. But, as you know also, there's talk that Jennet Preston ended up dead, and there's talk that she went free and was banished. So there's talk of many things, so maybe this is where we'll reach the truth. You'll only know that if you're a member and you've been listening to England's witch trials. That's what's led me here today, to this story, because it's based on the true events of Jennet Preston, that is, not Jennet Device, the little girl. Many blessings. I shall see you for the next one.